welcome to another video. We come out on an overnighter with a few friends, nice and local. And it took about half an hour from my house to get here, so it's fantastic news really. We got here late last night when it was all dark, so we didn't really get much filming. You know, as you can appreciate, we turned up on site, setup's done, firewood, you know, the usual stuff. By the time everything was set and we was all having a nice chat, it was time to turn in, so nothing really got filmed. Check it out. Nice. Belongs to Jay. We got permission to be here, so all good, nothing bad. We've got some a couple of swingers. I brought along the old Bergen. I haven't used that for donkey's years now, so I thought I'd give it a bit of an airing. A friend of ours has got a bit handy with a catapult. I wonder who that might be. I've got no idea who could have done that. Two more over there. I know, in the fridge. And Steve's got his refugee camp sheet with his hammock in there. 4 metres by 4 metres. And this, I love this. Check this out. That is wicked. What are we calling that, Jay? This, is it a baker tent?
A mess.
A mess. A mess.
It's a fireside tent, really, isn't it?
It started as a bivouac, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it, mate. It's top grade military canvas, so it's tough as old boots. That really is a home from home. As long as you're 3'6", it's perfect. But no, seriously, I can imagine that in front of a fire, mate. It's got to be great, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah.
And here's the back. As you can see, it's all sloping, so all the rain and runoff, etc., is wicked. So what do you actually do? Just get loads of sheets of it and stitch it all together to whatever you wanted to do, is it?
You can see the main tent, the original part of it,
Right.
and the bit that went down here, I've lifted up, and that is the roof.
Oh, I
And then
see.
I've added this section in, you see.
Alright, you just put a triangle in there and open the front
from
up.
a damaged one. So,
Done really well, mate. It looks really capable, doesn't it? And what I found out about campers, especially the military stuff, if you haven't got to waterproof it, you just leave it outside for a year and it's seasoned and it'll waterproof.
This is waxed.
Oh, you waxed it, have you?
No, it comes waxed.
Oh, right.
I mean, these have got to be 20, 30 years old now.
Yeah.
Might be more than that actually.
Yeah,
I think they're late
possibly.
70s, aren't they?
That's what I like to do, get some old stuff because it's pretty much guaranteed to be well made, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nowadays, everything's built to last for a few years to entice you to buy more, but you get the old stuff, you're laughing. Look at that. Gonna put some of my crazy fuel in there, are you alright?
I've chucked some on.
Oh, well done, mate. Well, what I've got in there is some leftover diesel, some meths, a bit of IPA and some fire dragon gel, all shook up. And what we're finding is, once we've doused it all, it doesn't take very easy, but once it gets heat, the diesel heats up. And it's pretty much cool, you know, if the wood's a bit damp, it just gives it a bit of an extra helping hand along. As you can see. Yeah. What was it Scott said? There's Bushcraft and there's Preference. Was it hit the turbo button, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that should start warming up and drying out pretty damn quick. And to be honest, mate, I think we've done really well finding woods like this. It's just dead fall everywhere, isn't it? Awesome.
Well, the flint.
Yeah, apart from the flint.
Flint is the root system on the trees is not very deep up here, so there is a lot of precarious trees that have come down, and we've over the last couple of years we've just managed the woods for the guy basically, you know.
It's worked out very well, mate, isn't it? Yeah. Everyone wins, as it were. There we go. We just all had our breakfast. We're just going to get a fire just to be ticking over for the day. So. Yeah, it saves on the fuel, you know, while you use your petrol and stuff. If you can just cook your food on the fire. Right, I'm going to muck in and get some firewood prepped and keep this alive. Right, very quickly, this is the setup I've just gone to use. Made the most of the limb coming out the side. Just attached the basher onto it. My old Hurricane lamp, which I've brought back to life, it is knackered and rusty. Just WD-40 and give it a good scrub and a clean, and it's as good as new. BCB camp bed. Now what I've done is I've just put a wool blanket doubled over, with thermo rest and another wool blanket on top of that, elasticated straps to keep it all in place to stop it sliding around, and my Arctic bag on the top, and that's pretty much it really. Oh yeah, and what I did do was something different, was to my little stretcher pillow, the medic one, is gone on there, and to stop that sliding around and coming off the end, which often happens, that's all been secured in there as well. And I'll tell you what, slept like a baby last night, and apparently I did snore like everyone else. So that was great news. And yeah, just got a parachute wrap ground sheet, just to keep everything tidy really. Water there obviously, and one of those cheap little windscreen reflectors over the chair, just to you know, take the chill off. Because we're exposed, and this weekend we're getting a lot of wind from the northeast. So basically anything from Norway is coming straight down here. And incidentally, when I did orientate my setup, I checked the compass on my watch to see where northeast was, and that is where I put my basher, because I don't want that ice cold wind chilling me at night. And yep, so far it's worked like a charm. Earlier on I used the stainless steel transit set. Thank you very much, Steve, my friend in America. Just can't believe it's an awesome bit of kit. I just can't believe I own one, because they're very hard to find now. So very happy. And that's basically us. 2 nights away, the Friday night and the Saturday night. And you know, we went out, done some hunting last night. That was quite interesting. None of that was on film, because you know, some people do stick the boot in when it comes to taking life, etc. But that's a story for another video, for another day. This weekend's all about getting away from Orland to have some good times. Not a bad fight, mate.
Well, here we are. Before any of you ask, because a lot of you guys do, what you're wearing, etc. This parka, I will get around to doing a video review on this, because I've had this for a few years now, so it's certainly the right to be reviewed, okay? One of the best jackets I've ever worn, to be honest. It really keeps the cold out. Okay, you can walk around with a t-shirt with just this on, and it gets down to -3, -4. It's perfect. So this is the Slovakian military parka. This was worn back in the Balkans conflict, early 90s. The knife we're using today, now, this is a prototype knife of the MT15 by Chiro's Knives, and we're just field testing it. This is very similar to 01, so you do have to be careful regarding keeping it oiled, etc. Okay. Personally, I've just covered it in WD-40 before I come out. You can see it all sticking on there, and I've taken it out with me, so every time I use it I'll give it a wipe down, spray it again, let it dry a little bit, put it back in the sheath, and we're good to go. Because if you do not look after steels like this, it will rust, okay? You know, it's very damp, humid, winter time, etc. It's a cracking little tool, alright? It just feels so great in the hand. So I'm really looking forward to trying some feather sticks out with this. And the sheath, it just falls inside, pressed down, nice and secure, okay? Just got a dangler system attached to the belt, which was kindly gifted to me by Ron Swanson. It's an awesome belt, Ron. So well made, mate, and served me very well. Incidentally, the trousers, I chose these are the 1968 pattern DPM trousers, been around for a long time obviously. The reason I chose these is because they're lined. It's in weather like this, it's down to sub-zero, and we've got a bitterly northeasterly wind from Scandinavia, so it's very cold, and we're quite exposed up here as well. And it's just like wearing long johns at the same time, okay? So, brilliant piece of kit, love it to death. And as always, I always keep my work gloves in my side pockets. These are okay for now, but we're going to be getting some wood soon, and I don't want to be using this because splinters and wool, it's just a bloody nightmare. So we've got the old NI gloves, proper leather. Let's get some firewood with no splinters.
Three pheasants we took last night. I think Darren's already mentioned we've got permission to hunt here. We are the last couple of days of the season, but there's 3. Taken with a Suffolk punch from Suffolk Slingshots with 22mm to 18mm tapered, 0.4 latex, and lead baby beans that I cast myself.
Nice
So,
job.
See about getting them prepped on camera probably later.
Yeah, why not? Awesome. Thanks, mate. Okay, so we're going to leave base camp. We're going to go for a bit of a wander in the yonder. So Just wanted to check out the surrounding areas. It's always good to sort of get bearings of where you are and where you're staying, okay? Just in case you did have to leave for whatever reason, you'd have some idea of where roads, accesses, ins and outs, etc. Always good practice. So, particularly at the moment, I'm going to be looking for a couple of bits of wood I can use to have a go with some feather sticks. It's been a long time since I've had a go at feather sticks, and according to the Bushcraft community, one of the best grinds for doing feather sticks is a Scandi grind, which this prototype knife is that I'm going to be using it. So, great opportunity to have a little pop at some feather sticks. Now, feather sticks, I'm looking at Skahansky's videos to do some research onto this. Certain hardwoods, but you're looking at one that's got a naturally bowed shape to it, and you use the inner side of the bow to carve your shavings, not the outside. So we're going to be looking at something like that, and obviously something with not many knots in as well. So yeah, good practice to do some material spotting, as it were. And I don't know if I've apologised before, but there is a road not too far. It's a bit noisy, but I'm not sure how it's going to sound on this video. It might be picking up, it might not. I suspect it will. So I do apologise, you just have to bear with it. There's nothing I can really do about that. I'm just using a JVC camera, you know, just under a couple of £100. There's no external microphone on it, so I can't, you know, do anything really. What you see or what you hear is what you get. Okay, let's find some wood. Right, and what we said earlier, we found a piece of wood which has got a slight bend to it. Now, according to the great man Skahansky himself, he suggests that when you do feather sticks, you use this to make it easy to get the feathers on the end, rather than using the opposing end. You're just going to slice off layers. So we're going to try that. Bit of dead standing hazel. It's a nice colorisation going on there. And we're just going to see how we get on with a knife. So this is the first time I've ever used this, and it's like all tools, you know. The more you use them, the more you sort of form a bond of it, and the more you can make them work more effectively. So it's going to take a while for me to get used to this, but yeah, I don't care. Showing people the truth, it is what it is. I think what I'm going to do is, rather than just wobbling around, I'm going to secure it into the ground properly. I think it's going to make it a lot easier. But this is rock hard.
Gone wandering.
I was cutting some wood down there. I was, but my guts are just doing somersaults at the moment.
Right, here's my mate Steve here, and Steve, I don't know if you know Steve, Sparky Steve, as we thought of a name.
Yeah.
He's helped out a lot of people behind the scenes, alright, and I just think, you know, payback is definitely due. I know you don't like this shit, but it's deserved,
Yeah.
you know. So I was thinking, oh, what can I get this guy? But I thought, you know, I'll make him something. And I don't know what you're going to think, but I've made it. And it's now you.
Oh, yeah. Thank
Priest.
you, mate.
I started off there, it got shit, and it gradually got better as I went on with a soldering iron. Burnt it all in
That's
there.
brilliant, mate.
And you can,
There's a monkey fist on the end as well.
yeah, and you can
Thank
bow
you,
dry it
brother.
if you really have to as well.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you.
So if he did have a poorly shot, it's a good shot with a catapult, by the way, but if he does miss or wing it, he can like finish it off.
Yeah.
You know, safe dispatch is what it's all about, because no one wants to see little animals suffer, yeah? Yeah, I'll go and show the close up. But I thought, mate, yeah, I had to do something. It's just the rolling pin that's been
Unfortunately, you know,
modified.
headshot, clean kill is always what I aim for, you know, but
Of course.
anyone who
A
does
monkey
hunt
fist, a
will,
paracord on the end.
will know that it's not an exact science, you know, it
Yeah,
doesn't
mate.
always happen, and sometimes you do have to One of the pheasants last night that I took, you know, dropped it, didn't clean, it wasn't a clean kill, dropped it, literally had to grab it by the neck and snap its neck. You know, it is what it is. You know, but if you're going to hunt, in my opinion, you've got to be prepared.
You've got to respect what you're doing, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got to be prepared to do it. You know, but there's something quite satisfying about.
All right, mate. So there you go. You can finish them off if need be, mate. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No worries, bro.
That's brilliant, buddy. Thank you.
The only thing wrong with peace is that you can't make no money from it. The military and the monetary, they get together whenever they think it's necessary. They've turned our brothers and sisters into mercenaries. They are turning the planet into a cemetery. We've got to work for peace. Peace ain't coming this way.
The best way to sharpen a knife without a doubt is with a whetstone.
Whetstones, yeah?
Definitely a whetstone.
The different qualities of whetstone to look for, or
yeah,
do you get what you pay for?
The
Yeah.
more expensive, the better.
Yeah. Okay.
The really good whetstones you're going to pay a lot of money for, but
Yeah.
they are very, very good. And you've got to soak them as well. You
Yeah.
have to make sure you soak them. If you don't soak them, then they won't grind up properly. So make sure you soak them. I usually soak mine in warm water.
Warm
for
water?
My chef knives. Yeah, it just helps it absorb a bit more.
Do you think it makes any difference if it's like us in south of England? A lot of our water's limescale. Does it have to be like really clean board water, or does it make a difference?
Not that I've noticed. To be
No.
honest. I don't know if warm water or cold water actually makes that much of a difference, but it seems to absorb faster.
Okay.
So
I'll look at
so
that.
you can start grinding your knives a bit quicker. But yeah, that's from a chef's point of view, not from a bushcraft point of view. But I suppose when you're putting an edge on a knife, it's all the same really.
Yeah, pretty much.
An edge is an edge. Where you're looking at sushi knives and things like that, you are sharpening the knife every day, maybe
Yeah.
multiple times a day, depending on how much fish you're cutting.
Because it has to be really surgically sharp, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For precision cuts.
Yeah, razor sharp. Chisel grind all the way along,
Yeah.
and the knives are long as well, about a foot long, maybe a bit longer.
What about like protection, like gloves or anything like that? Is that beneficial or not necessarily?
Not
Or
really, you can't really feel what you're doing.
yeah.
I mean, when I was doing it, I'm not a sushi chef anymore, but I did it for 9 years. When I did it, like I say, I would wear one latex glove on one hand. That's just because if I needed to stop and do something else, I could take that glove off and do what I needed to do without
Yeah,
having to
sure.
get fish all over everything else.
Yeah.
But only have a hold the knife in your right hand, so then that hand doesn't get all mucky.
Yeah.
So you've always got a good grip on your knife.
What about little little tests to make sure that the knife is suitable, like certain vegetables or certain cuts to see if it's up to scratch before you actually start using it on select cuts of fish, etc.
Like the tomato.
Tomato.
Yeah.
What, whether
Put the tomato on the chopping board.
Yeah.
Don't touch the tomato. Hold your knife level and just draw the knife through the tomato, and it'll cut through the tomato without moving it.
Would that be a draw cut or a push cut?
It depends how sharp your knife is.
So you can make it a push cut if you really wanted to. Yeah.
To get through the skin, you'd have to give it a little bit of a draw to get through the skin first.
Yeah, but
if
once
your
you're
knife's
through,
really sharp,
you should
push
push.
it
Yeah.
through.
Wow. That scares the hell out of me.
They are very sharp, and you do cut yourself a lot to start with. But I didn't cut myself at all for like the last 5 years that I did it for.
Wow.
Not a single cut.
A bit like Sandy and Jack Raw, he hasn't cut himself yet.
It's just practice and repetition, really.
Yeah.
And it's the same with any skill, like whether you're out here or whether you're a chef or whether you're an electrician or what. The more you do something, the better you get at it, and the more proficient. You know, like we were talking about earlier, you get people with their axes and they do some scary things with their axes.
Oh,
and they're chopping wood right close to the hand. But so it looks scary to us, and it is technically unsafe. But some of these people have been doing that for 20 or 30 years, and they've never cut themselves.
So muscle memory, concentration must be something.
Yeah, exactly. For people like us, it's pretty frightening because we don't do it on that.
Well, for sure, man.
On
Yeah.
that sort of regular basis, but to them it's just natural. They know exactly where the axe is going to land. Yeah, it could slip and stuff like that, but it's all confidence in what they do.
The longer they do it with more digits left, they must be good.
Yeah, but
guess.
I wouldn't ever do something like that anyway, just because the chance of something going wrong, me losing a finger.
Yeah.
I'd rather better safe than sorry in my eyes.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, thanks, Rich. Nice one.
Okay, later on we're going to be having a nice little stew, so hopefully, if I remember, I'm going to try and record that
I think some of you guys who have made videos like this before, when you're meeting up with friends, etc., it's very hard to capture stuff because you just get engrossed in, you know, talking and interacting, you know, and sometimes you just forget to record, or sometimes the conversation isn't suitable for what you hope to achieve in a video. So I do apologise, not a lot of filming has been done, but from my standards anyway. I do like to show as much as possible, but it just hasn't happened. So we're just going to try and film little bits and pieces as we go. Personally, I find it easier when I'm on my own, which I am at the moment. Steve's on the phone chatting to a friend, and the other two guys have gone down there to get some firewood. So we should all be sorted out for tonight. So just come back from myself, having a bit of a rest. Food. Now, British military ration packs. If you're lucky enough to find them for under £10, get them, because they do last for a long time, right? But it's the same old thing. Just make sure you store them very nice and cool, out of sunlight, etc. It's all common sense, but it really does help. Okay, if you have like lots of these and you kept them in the shed or somewhere, I don't know, stupid like a greenhouse or something, and the temperature fluctuations are just going to damage the contents inside, rendering them useless. Okay, so it's very important to keep them. I'll keep them in the house at a constant temperature with the window slightly open so it's nice and cool all year round, curtains drawn, no sunlight. And so far they've been lasting absolute donkey's years. And, yeah, we're just going to quickly go through contents. It's like an admin pack you get in with the ration packs, all your sundries. Okay. I do love these bags. They're very strong, heavy-duty bags. Okay, they double up as water carriers, all sorts of great things, right? So don't throw them bags away. Very important. Haha. We was talking earlier, me and Rick, and the proper energy powders. In the military they call them screech, because they make you screech, man. They give you so much energy, and they're cheaper than civilian equivalents, right? They're packed full of energy. They really do get your ass moving. Cereal bar, cookies and cream. Cranberry cereal bar, lovely. Ah, excellent. I do love these. These little cocktail nuts in a little tin. If you really wanted to, you can turn it into a stove, concentrate the heat. It would work, of course it will. Tissues, imperative for being out in the field, unless you like wiping the backside on leaves and moss, whatever floats your boat. Blackcurrant flavoured energy sweets. Usually what would happen, the way the military guys are taught, is all of your snack materials like these, anything that doesn't require cooking that you can eat, will go in your smock, will be carried on your person, or at worst would be on your belt rig, on your webbing, okay? So you can get access to them quickly, so you can pretty much eat on the move, alright? When you do finally find time to sit down and rest and take on some food, some hot food, you got like hot chocolates, which are fantastic. Everyone loves hot chocolate. There's some more energy drinks. There's 3 packs so far. That's pretty cool. So 4 packs, blackcurrant as well. Damn, the guys are going to be checked up on sugar. Fruity oat-y biscuits. Okay. Once again, they'll be stored in your person, and a very nice touch, some Tabasco as well. Okay. So when you think your food's a little bit boring or a bit lacking, you can pep it up a little with some of that. Potato and leek soup, amazing. Oh. Ginger pudding and ginger sauce. Ginger, very good for you, as we all know. Oh, Bonza, all day breakfast. One of the most sought after MRE British pouches you can lay your hands on. These are the best. Don't take my word for it, ask anyone in the UK. They will say, yep, the all day breakfast, cool. And yes, you can get vegetarian options, alright? Oh wow, this is interesting, never tried this. A tuna Thai green curry pouch. So basically you just peel the top of the pouch off, fold it in half and just squeeze it all down your neck. Salted, very good. Or if you want to, you can put them on them little biscuity things, if you like. Now, going back to what I was talking to earlier. Ah, look at this. This is a new one on me. Beef billabong or biltong, the South African dried meat. Very nice. Now, if I was back in the military, what I would do is I would have a Crusader mug or a mess tin, and I will cook up all of these together. Okay, so I have the leek and potato soup. I would have the lamb chop and chickpea tagine. Very nice. The Thai green curry and the billabong. I would cook the whole lot up, boil it up in water. Obviously not that. Cook it all up. You can either mix it all up, or you can just eat out of each bag as you go. Chuck that in to rehydrate, and you're effectively taking on all of that food at once. Okay. You won't be having time to eat that one 3 hours later, eat that one 2 hours later, eat that one. Okay, you just get it all down the neck as quick as you can. Get some energy on board, carry on operations, alright? Obviously, if you're not military, you could do whatever you want with these. But that's the general rule of thumb, okay, of how they're used, alright? So, that's all good, nothing bad. I just thought I'd quickly show you the contents of some of the British 24-hour. This isn't just one meal. This is designed to keep a soldier alive and fully functioning for a 24-hour period or more. You can make this go further in a survival situation. You can add wild edibles. You could trap and hunt some game and add it to it. Make this last a lot longer. Okay. Use your imagination. Use your common sense. Survive and strive. So that is the contents of the average 24-hour ration pack. Just dished out a couple of rat packs, and the guys are going to be seeing what's inside. Could be anything, mate, can it? In there?
Could be anything.
You get the menu list and they say what's in them, but sometimes you open them, there's something completely bloody different. Yeah. Look at that. It's like kiddies in the sweet shop, isn't it, Rick? Yeah! Oh, someone's happy. What you won?
Biscuits brown!
Whoa! You lucky boy. Yeah, you can put that toilet roll away now, man.
Yeah, won't need that.
What was I saying earlier?
Oh, mate.
The cherry one.
That's exactly what he was after, wasn't it? Oh, you chose well, mate.
There you go.
Luck of the draw.
I just had the
Just
last
in
one that
case.
was there. Which is lucky.
That's called fate, my friend.
Just in case the rat packs don't work.
Fallback position. Yeah, they could come in really handy later on.
Lemon cake, chunky chicken and vegetable soup.
Oh, you jammy boy.
Paella.
Oh, the paella's really good.
Yeah, I know.
They've got chickpea curry and bean and pasta salad.
Chicken sausage and
Awesome.
beans in tomato
Brings
sauce.
back memories of when I served. The joys of seeing what you got.
Nuts.
Just turn it around and go on the other side now. Didn't do what that Nipper did with John Carlyle a few weeks ago. Put the axe in and then went to lever it backwards and forwards and blew in, nearly chopped his finger off.
Oh, don't. Nice.
Yeah. Which one's going to be better for?
Probably that one is thicker.
Yeah.
Take shot, isn't it?
A little bit of a
What's that one?
tidier.
You chain prep on?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Prep the pheasant, right?
Just the right size and shape for a pheasant, mate. Sparky Steve, Bushcraft and survival specialist.
Oh, I don't know that.
Right, we got a sausage on the fire, cooked from considerable distance away.
That's Rick's sausage.
Yes, Matt, I did know it was in there.
We're just going to be having a good look at this blade. Awesome. Yeah, and we've just been chatting about the applications for this, and where the holes are situated. It's ideal for lashing to a long pole, for all sorts of spearing, whatever you need to do. Yeah, that's neat. Look at the grind on that. Never seen anything like it.
Be
looking forward to trying this as well. Nuts
I'll
cocktail.
just use like one of the. I'll just use the fast clamp.
Awesome.
You know, to clamp it to the bench. But I should really put some screws in there. But this you can attach to the bench, whereas that other one it's just like round. It's just like a round cup. You know.
Yeah, you can just clamp that in the bench wise, can't you? Or just G clamps on the side.
Yeah.
Side of a
Well, that's what I normally use. The fast. You know.
Okay, this next scene of the video is going to be butchering some small game. This one's particularly going to be a pheasant. So if anyone's got any dispositions or beliefs to do with this, I advise you to turn off and not to watch any further. I'm just putting it out there. This animal was taken for a reason, for instructional purposes, and it will be eaten. It's not going to be wasted, and I just thought I'd say that before we go any further. Okay, mate, so we're starting the process. What are you actually doing now?
So I take the what I do is cut the inside of the groin here.
Yeah.
Basically roll the skin back down to the spindly part of the leg.
Right.
Chop it off at the hip. Chop the leg off, and then you've got your two legs.
Sure.
And now literally straight down the middle, pull it back, take the breasts off. Done.
Cool.
Right. So we'll start off.
I suppose it's just the same old thing, you know, and the more you do, the more easy it's going to be, isn't it? Again, you know, this is the importance of having proper sharp tools. You don't even want to attempt this with a blunt knife. It would just be a mess and potentially dangerous too.
Break that leg back like that.
Yeah, I'll see.
And then you come in here, right on the
Through the joint, crack it, yeah?
joint. You can crack there, yeah.
It's like doing, you roast chicken back home really, but just a different shape I suppose.
And then like I say, if you peel it back like so.
Yep.
Use the hammer.
Yeah, why not if it's there?
Yeah.
Obviously that needs cleaning up somewhat, but
No, that'll do, all day long.
it's,
Nice. And just the same again with the other one, I guess,
Yeah.
yeah? Same principle. And I do appreciate there will be someone commenting, why doesn't he use the hammer to do this? And the object of this is to show how it's done if you just had a knife. I mean, obviously, if he wanted to use a hammer, he would have. But we're just going to try and do it old school without.
and then let's nip that there actually. What I'm trying to do there is just split it along the use the breastbone as a
No, it's a guide.
line to split along.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting colours of this bird.
And then literally it's yeah, your hands underneath. My hands are on the breast there at the moment.
Oh yeah, you're just running
then
along inside the skin.
basically prizing the skin
Okay.
off.
Is it-
Prizing the skin away from the actual.
Now, after dealing with
muscle.
rabbits, is this easier to do when the animal's still warm? Or do you
yes,
notice much difference?
It probably would be
Yeah.
easier, but then it's
It's been
as
set.
always, it's a matter of taste. You know, I mean, I don't tend to hang pheasants for as long as some people I know. Some people I know, you know, they won't eat a pheasant until it's been until it's got maggots dropping out of it. You know, but it's a matter of taste with pheasant. You know, it's a very gamey meat. The longer you leave it hanging, the stronger the taste.
Okay.
But this was
It's just
this was
personal
shot last
preference
night.
then, yeah.
But obviously you guys can't smell this. But if you could smell it, there's quite a gamey smell still already.
Yeah.
It's very strong meat. Not everyone likes it, but so as you can see, you got the yellow here. This is the breastbone here, right along the middle there.
Okay.
So what I do is use that as a line to cut down.
Do you go either side of that bone? Yeah.
Yes. So what I do,
Okay.
so the actual breastbone is here, and then I've just got the knife right up as close as
Gotcha.
can.
Either
just
side
to-
of the bone as a guide then.
Yeah, and then
The
just
same as a chicken, really, but
yeah, very very.
yeah.
The anatomy of a pheasant is very much the same as a chicken, to be honest with you. So
It's the same with pretty much all birds.
yeah,
If you can gut and bone a chicken, you can do it with just about anything else.
Yeah, I'd have to try that with a raw chicken. Obviously, I only do this when it's just been cooked, but I'm going to give this a go when it's raw, actually, just to see how I get on, because it does look very similar. Very similar. You think that's the curved part of the blade really helps for doing this, doesn't it, at the front?
yeah. The deeper belly there. I
Yeah.
mean, I did plan on using. I've got a dedicated skinning knife here, which was a gift from Lee at Albi Customs.
Yes,
one
yeah,
of
we saw
his,
that earlier. Yeah.
I believe it's a midnight skinner. the one
Right.
that I've got here, but
That's
yeah,
doing the
this
job.
is just as just because of having to take the legs off, etc. The skinner, I would have had to use two knives. So rather than use two knives, I've just used the one. So breasts there.
Oh, lovely. There's quite a bit of meat on there, isn't there?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
surprising,
with
really. I
it
was-
being end of season, the birds generally are, you know,
They're plump for the
they're
taking,
bigger
aren't they?
now than they would have been at the beginning of the season because you know they've had the year to.
Yeah.
But then there again, this might not be a young bird. I mean, he's got quite a few. You can see where he's been fighting with other cocks
Yeah.
for territory, basically. He's got some battle scars, and then he's battle scar from myself, which was the shot on this. Actually, I don't know if it will really come out if you'll be able to see it on camera, but this one, the shot was just behind the eye.
Yeah.
So it's a clean.
That was a great
clean
shot,
head
by the
kill,
way, mate.
this
I was
one.
there when you'd done that, and from that distance of a catapult, astounding. Absolutely outstanding. I mean, I believe when you're hunting squirrels, the same target zone applies, isn't it? Just behind the eye, quick kill.
Squirrels are so tough.
Yeah, they're dead before they
Such
hit the
tough,
ground.
such tough. You know, it is. In my experience with hunting, it is so much easier to take a pheasant
Yeah.
or a rabbit than it is a squirrel. They are an extremely resilient animal.
They
a
need to be
squirrel.
shot rather than catapult.
You know, well, it is possible to take one with a catapult, but you know, they do.
They don't go
Take
down
it.
as easy, do they?
No, you know, it's you can even with big leads, you can body shot a squirrel, and it won't necessarily you won't necessarily take it. Plus the other thing is you don't want to anger a squirrel. You know, it's a squirrel's, if with a pheasant, if you body shot it, you know, you can and then have a breast there. Obviously these need to be washed off and cleaned up, but yeah, and then we're just left with the carcass there.
Okay. Most
and
of
then,
the meat's
this
gone,
one
isn't
was which side it was, that side. You can't really see now. We see last night. You can see the remnants of a little bit of blood still there. It was just behind the head, just the back of the head.
Gotcha.
Hit this one, and that was taken with. I've got it here actually.
Yeah.
Suffolk Punch.
Couldn't believe it.
From Suffolk Slingshots. It is 0.4mm latex, natural latex, 22mm taper to 18mm, and grabbing a piece of ammo, what's known as a baby bean, which I cast myself, which is a lead. I forget the dimensions, to be honest, but it weighs 4.5 grams. So
wow. That'd do the job all day long then. There we go. Nice one, mate. Just knocked up a tripod out of the hazel. Widespread because we didn't want no flames getting attached to it. Well, Mucker Steve's just dug this out. It's been used for quite a while, mate. Just a little hanging hook for the pot to go on. I think that would do. Can you tell what it is? Vegetables pre-prepared the OCD way. Look, we got that, and we got some steak. It's just been cut up, marinated in olive oil and garlic. That's all sealed in there. And the reason I put oil in there like that, it's just convenient. You tip the whole lot into the pan. It's not going to stick like shit to a blanket. And you stir it up, seal it, and then you put your veggies in. Now, the reason I've done the veggies in that order is because the things that take longest to cook go in first. So that's just going to be done that way. Great, isn't it? And also, we're going to be using one of these rich stock blocks. Okay, we just have water, and I'm not going to be putting any thickening agent in there because I think if you just cook it with the lid off, eventually it's just going to reduce down anyway. So that's the plan. And we're doing some communal cooking now, Zebra Billy style. So we've all put our rat packs in there, and it's going to cook along nicely on that flame. And the pheasants that Steve's prepared earlier, our kid's got some secret deadly spice mix going on there, which we can't reveal to the public exactly what it is, because in some in some parts of the world it is actually illegal.
only thing I will say is we've, you know, some guys might notice there is a few. You know, we didn't massively clean them in the same way you would if you were to cook them at home.
Yeah.
Because obviously any of the small little bits of feather that are left are going to be, because it's going over an open flame, will burn off. So.
Yeah, this is called camping clean, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Camping clean.
Plus the water was
Get
so
what you're
cold.
given.
It was like my hands.
Yeah, yeah, that one, that'll be fine. And that's going to be going straight onto our lovely little fire there.
There you go. Well, that can marinate for a while.
Yeah, we'll leave that until we're ready for it, eh?
Yeah.
See, that's the best thing about this time of year. We're actually inside a great big fridge.
Yeah.
And we haven't got to worry about it getting warm and spoiled, all the flies, etc. You got steak straight on the coals, eh, Chef?
Oh yeah.
What steak we got? Rump?
No, it's a nice sirloin.
Sirloin. Oh yes.
There you have a sirloin.
It's hard to see, but it is there. There we go. Oh look, there's the steak, straight off the coals. Perfect, mate, nice one.
Straight in my belly.
Okay, it's stew time. There's the beef as we saw before. There's the pot. There's the knife. And as I said, we've got the oil already mixed up, so I ain't got to muck around worrying about oil leaking everywhere. It's all sealed up in the bag. Cool, I can smell the garlic.
I've looked at my graph.
That's it, all in one go. And all we're going to do is just seal that up, seal it off on the fire. We're going to be using the Trangia stainless steel Swedish mess kit for this. Right, let's get some hot coals.
I bought it, to be honest.
And that is, whoo, it's a hot bed of coals for sure. And we're using the fireproof gloves because that is seriously hot down there. Yeah, that's thick stainless steel, man, and that's got hot quite quick. Right, we've seared the meat now. We've got the the meat stock.
Rob.
That's in there.
No, I thought it was that Rob.
We're going to get some water.
Yeah, I was going to say, you weren't going to get him walking around
What we're going to do?
I was like, what? Fucking Phil. I was like, no, Phil definitely told me his dad was Rob. He's done. Oh no, that's not Rob. I was like, oh, I don't know him. You're the
There
only
is a
Rob
lot
I
in
know.
there, but that is going to simmer down. You know, it's all going to be fine. You're going to give that a stir. Doesn't look very nice at the moment, but you'll see. It will all come right in the end. I've done a few of these now, and they've all turned out pretty good. So we're still going to keep our fingers crossed. Make sure that's quite well stirred, and we can let that bubble over the coals.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I do, innit? Looks like you all did that on purpose.
Okay, and the pretty veg is going to be going in there now because the water's going down and the meat's getting nice and tender. So, there you go. And we're just going to chuck them in. Oh, thanks, mate. Flip flop. Thank you, Jay. I say it doesn't really matter what order they go in. It doesn't matter if they all cook whole. Yeah, some of it goes to mush. It doesn't matter because it just all adds to it. No?
Beef stew, isn't it?
Surely is. Leeks, mushrooms, carrots, spuds, everything that Uncle John needs.
Is that done?
Yep, thank you, mate.
No worries, there you
Very
go.
kind. Oh, yes. Now we just leave that to do its thing.
It'll be nice when it's done.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've just arranged the fire, or Steve has. The pheasant's on.
Two
And
more
the
have joined
stew's got all the
party.
veggies in, as you saw. Yeah, the hunters have turned with yet more birds. a brace of pheasants, which are over there. Let's have a look. There we go. So yet more success with the catapult. Excellent.
It's the last for this season.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. It's bloody lovely. With that spice as well. That's really good eating.
Legs and the breast.
The remnants of the breast. And it is like very spicy chicken. It's gorgeous. That fire is
the
so
back,
hot. The back of that Coke can is melting.
Right.
Wow.
Blech. What's that mean?
Who's flashing?
Probably means I'm running out of batteries.
That, gee whiz, that Coke can's just... Wow.
Ah!
What were you expecting?
I'm impressed it's warm. I thought, oh, that is a bit warm, yeah.
Wow. I can't believe that.
Brownie.
Chocolate brownies by the campfire.
You know what you need with that chocolate brownie? That Nutella spread.
With a bubbling stew. What's the stew looking like in there?
You might be right there, Rick. That
Just
might be.
loads of smoke, steam.
That might be it.
That's a violent boil, isn't it?
Substitute for chocolate sauce.
I think that's enough. We need to get this off the fire, eaten, and we're going to be making a great big fire with a stump in it. That's going to be a laugh.
Get some boiling water on first, don't we? So we can put it on. Sound good?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
my billy can's here.
Are we going to lose the bacon?
Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? Yep, I think that's all right.
Get a nice hot cup of tea or hot chocolate or coffee or whatever.
That looks nice and soft, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's ribeye steak. I asked her to get us rump and she got us ribeye. It'll have to do.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be
Well,
fine.
ribeye is the better cut, but you have to cook it more.
Awesome. So what you got in there? Chocolate brownie.
White chocolate brownie.
White chocolate.
White chocolate. Oh, this is
Yeah,
a new
little,
one.
little bits of white chocolate in there.
God, these are new menus. It's squeezing. It's so cold out here. The chocolate spread's frozen. Me and torn apart, we had the same thing. The Nutella was like ice blocks. You're going to have to warm that up,
careful, you
man.
don't want-
Is that bacon? Yes, I think it's bacon.
It's Bacon Saturday.
Yeah, and it's lovely bacon. What's that, hot, slow smoked?
No, it's just cheap as the stuff.
No, over the fire. Cheap as the stuff. Wow. That's a nice way of doing it. Oh, you've actually got it sussed.
Da-da-da.
Let's have a look inside your packet. That looks interesting. Where's that poodle? Where's that poodle gone? Wow, that's something different.
Is that on the way in or is it just on the way out?
Yep, and the stump of doom was just landed on top of that fire.
It's close, it just missed all four of us.
That's going to look like an asteroid landed pretty soon. It's going to be flaming. Well, it's that time again. People are turning in. Me and Rick are chilling by the fire still. That stump is awesome.
Suddenly got a lot warmer now.
Could say that. Yeah, the kneecaps are starting to melt, so I guess it's working okay. Well, we're just going to leave the fire to die down now. Everyone's turned in. It's good night, Rick. Good night, Steve. Good night, Jay. Good night from me. Morning. You know what time it is? It's coffee time with a cat stove. Right, now the coffee's on the go. Be fine once we're all woken up. Only been out of bed for about half an hour. Slept very, very well. Excellent. The Arctic bag's fantastic, especially on the layering system of blankets. Worked very, very well. Didn't wake up cold at all. It was perfect. So all we're going to be doing now, coffee, breakfast, admin, leave no trace, and we're out of here.
So see how the other guys are getting. Well, Jay's been is a believer of admin before coffee. I'm on the other hand, on the other way around, coffee before admin. But once I've got the coffee down with Gregory Peck, I'm going to be tickety-boo and sweet nut sorted, not a problem at all. Be firing on all 4 cylinders and we're going to whiz through all them girly little camp chores. Going back into camp, it's the remnants of that stump fire that's going to be burned at a later date. As I said at the beginning of the video, we have permission to camp here. It's not a problem. It's a great woods. There's Steve trying to pack up, bless him. There's Jay. Right, Jay?
You alright, morning?
And yeah, he had it up to 87 degrees centigrade in there last night. No, I think it was 2 outside and 15 inside, so that little fire from there to there works okay. Snug as a bug, yeah. And yeah, we're going to leave him in there.
I'm alive, I'm just doing the motorbike.
Pheasants, oh yeah. A couple more pheasants we got last night, which is always good. I'm going to take one home and have a go at prepping one myself. The only way to do it is to try, I guess. Bergen's been hanging. The weather's been great. We've had no rain, no wind. It's been really, really nice actually. The vehicle's up there, so it's nice and easy. We ain't got too far to walk. And yeah, it makes these sort of activities a lot more bearable, you know, rather than trying to pack everything you need in a pack, walk for miles and do stuff. It's just been very, very laid back experience. It's been brilliant actually. Yeah, we're right on the top of this hill, and as you can see, it just disappears right down there. Yeah, if you want some hazel, this is where you come. Okay, Steve's going with the bush box and the Crusader. Crusaders are cool. I'm going for the little cat stove. Tack blades got to be sorted. I think we'll be coming to a boil pretty soon actually. It's working very well. That's about a windbreak too. Awesome. Okay, that's a wrap, as they say. Thanks for sticking along this far. I know it's been a long video, but it's just how it goes. You know, especially 2 days and 2 nights in the field. There's a lot to capture, and we had a brilliant time. You know, we all learn stuff as well. You know, every time you go out, you're always learning, and that is the beauty of all of this sort of stuff. Okay. The weather was great. No one got wet. Everything stayed dry. Got a bit cold, but it's not a problem. You know, you wear the right kit. You look after yourself. You know what you're doing. It's fine, okay? No injuries to report, everything was good, and that's pretty much it for another video. So thanks for tagging along, thanks for watching, and stay funky.